What's up, YouTube? It's Wi-Fi Memory here today, bringing you guys some more VGC 2021 action. Today we are rocking out with Herald HD's Malamar team. Looking at his Malamar team, we're getting that Weakness Policy Torko. Typical Herald HD, by the way. We got the Chlorophyll Venusaur to kind of help out with the Torko. We got Rhydon. Who needs a Rhyperior when you got the Rhydon with Lightning Rod and Violet? Rhydon is actually bulkier than Rhyperior, so I'm very excited to showcase this Pokemon off today. We got Malamar, obviously a Malamar team. Without Malamar is not a Malamar team. This is a pretty cool Malamar set though. I like the Superpower, Lash Out, Topsy Turvy, and Trick Room. I prefer Psycho Cut, but I can definitely see why you want Lash Out over Psycho Cut. Especially if you decide to Dynamax this thing. I do believe Max Darkness just hits a lot more things neutral and a little bit better overall. Then we got the Milotic. To me, I really like this Milotic set as well because it's got that nice little safeguard. If we see something like a burn or something coming our way, we can protect and safeguard or do whatever we need to do to keep ourselves protected. Then the Spiritomb is a really cool set too with Nightshade, Will-O-Wisp, Snarl, and Momentum. With this Citrus Berry, it's kind of like a little bit of like a crossbreed of a Incineroar, Arcanine, and Tay kind of Pokemon, you know? It can kind of do all those things. Maybe even a Spectrier, a Bulky Spectrier. It's kind of doing the same thing as those Pokemons are, but Spiritomb obviously being, I believe, is a little bit slower than all of those Pokemon, and so he kind of functions better in Trick Room. But anyway, this team looks very cool, Herald. I did 2 practice battles, went 2-0, and I was like, okay, for all my luck out of my basket before I record and everything, I might as well go ahead and get some recording done. So we're gonna go ahead and get some battles in. Herald, I do like this team though overall. You were asking in the comment section about Milotic. Honestly, I like Milotic here. Milotic to me can be really useful, and I mean, in fact, I brought it in both of my games I've tested out so far, and Milotic was a big piece of winning in both of those games. Maybe that's a little bit of my playing style or something, I don't know, but I do like the Milotic here. Milotic is one of those Pokemon I'm actually very familiar using, and I do like bringing it in against some of our opponents that aren't expecting it. But anyway, let's see if we can get an opponent in. Right here's our first opponent. It is against Demoziggs. I have no idea how to say that. But Comfey, Milktank, Moltres, Marowak, Rillaboom, and Urshifu. Okay. Let's see what we need to do here. Let's see if we can get the W. Okay, so he doesn't have no Intimidate, so Milotic and Malamar, that's what I was doing. I went up against like a Landorus and Incineroar team, and I led Milotic and Malamar in one of our games, and was able to get double boost offs and everything. It was pretty sweet. For this though, I think you honestly want to go Torko Venusaur. Have Malamar hang out a Moltres. I think you go Rhydon. Does Rhydon? Yeah, I think you still go Rhydon. Our only problem really will be Rillaboom. We do have Torko for it. Malamar should be able to take it on halfway decently too if we can get a few superpowers off. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. He may not even bring it. Honestly though, he should bring Rillaboom because our team is a little bit Rillaboom weak, or at least is what it's showing. But yeah, we'll see. Comfey and Milktank. Okay. I did see Cloverbell's made a Milktank video. I have not gave it a chance to watch yet. But this might be a rental code or something of his Milktank team. I don't know. But he's a very cool upload YouTuber as well. I like to watch it here and there. But anyway, let's see. Do we just want to go straight for the eruption? What's Milktank gonna do? I'm okay going for eruption and sleep powder. Worst case, Comfy's gonna go for ally switch. Right? Oh, so you're going Dynamax? Probably the Milktank. I'm glad I'm going to be trying to put this thing asleep. Maybe, hopefully it doesn't have like a Lumberry or something. And then we should be fine. But yeah, let's see what happens. But Milktank popping off right here. Let's see what we can do. There's the Giga Drain. Sap Sipper. Okay. Wait, that's not good. Because Sleep Powder. Oh, no. Oh, we might be dead. Max Quake. Into Torko. Oh, no. Oh, man. I did not realize he got Sap Sipper. That's such a... That's too good. That's busted. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. How do we beat this? Let's go into Rhydon. Just because I think Rhydon's got enough bulk. Basically. I think right here we just need a Dynamax. And we need to try and focus on this Comfy because he's about to make this Milktank plus free. So we need to double into that. If he ally switches, he ally switches. That really doesn't hurt us at all here. We're just needing to get rid of this Comfy. That way he's not going to be trying to Giga Drain to give his Milktank another attack boost. But man, that's so crazy. That's a cool strat right there. That is a very, very cool strat. We've been going... A lot of our game ones here lately, we've been going up against some really cool strats. So... And then it seems like then we can get to do some pretty fun battles and serious battles, I guess. But the first game here lately in our recording have been really interesting sweeping mechanics our opponent's been able to pull off. But yeah, hopefully we can finish this Comfy off this turn because that poison may actually help. Max Quake going into, I would presume. Okay, so you're going to Rhydon. Rhydon tanks that. That's a plus free Milktank. And we're tanking it. So at least we got that going for us. But he's getting those special defense boosts. I don't know how much damage we're going to be able to do to it here in the following turns. But we do get the Comfy off the board. I think right now that's the most important thing to do. Is to get Comfy off the board. We're at such a... disadvantage, I could say it right now. Pretty clearly could say that we're at a pretty big disadvantage. If I can get Malamar in here, it wouldn't be a half bad idea to go for Topsy-Turvy. And that could have been a play I could have done, actually. But then we wouldn't have got the Comfy off the board. Right here, I'm expecting a fake out into our Venusaur. What we can do, Max Hailstorm, Rillaboom, and we can go into Malamar, but I just don't know how valuable Venusaur or Malamar is. Which one's more valuable? I would have presumed that Venusaur is a little bit more valuable, right? I don't know, though. If we don't get rid of this Milktank, then it's not, obviously. But I think if we're talking about who he has in the back, potentially like a Moltres or something, then I think Venusaur is a little bit more valuable because we can try and put it asleep or something with Venusaur. There's a Max Hailstorm going right into our Malamar. Okay. And then we're going to go for our own Max Hailstorm. But what's this really been wanting to do? Since he didn't go for Glassy Glide, he's going for Wood Hammer. And we do not take that. Ooh, that one's pretty rough. That's a pretty rough... Like I said, this is a pretty rough game one. Our opponent actually coming in with a really cool team. And I think it's actually going to come down to where they're actually going to be able to beat us. Because there's not much Venusaur can do here unless we can dodge Milktank's attacks, which it might be like high horsepower, but it wouldn't shock me if it has a Giga Impact though. And it'll just go for it right here. But either way, Milktank has evolved from, instead of being your typical roll-up Pokemon, now it's a Sap Sipper setup Pokemon that can actually, has 100 base speed. So it's actually pretty quick. Kind of like one of those new scary Pokemon, you know? Pokemon you wouldn't expect to be so scary, but it's pretty good. Especially Ice Punch. That's where your ice attack is. And it KOs us. Wow. Milktank. Hey, Herald. I think you're a little weak to Milktank. Just kidding. That's definitely my fault. I should have been able to see that. I should have, at some point, I should have tried to get Malamar in there and went for Topsy-Turvy. That's all my bad. But yeah, we'll try and jump into game 2. That Malamar, or that Milktank, though, I was not expecting that. That's, like I said, that's all me. That's not even a team. That's all me. But that's still pretty crazy. That'd be a pretty cool. That would be a pretty cool team to build, but I'm trying to right now look at Pokemon teams that I can build that's good for a best of 3 scenario, and I think that's only like a best of 1 scenario at most, because after you play it over and over and over again, your opponents are eventually going to be able to pick up on that's what you want to do. But here's how we counter that, and then they can go from there. But anyway, Grimmsnarl, Celesteela, Spectrier, Landorus, Tapu Fini, and Rotom Heat is what our opponent's rocking out with. What do we want to do? I don't mind setting up a Trick Room here at all. In fact, I think it might actually be pretty nice to have. Malamar, and I like the Spirit too. It's pretty nice. And then you can go Rhydon and Torkoal in the back. Milotic isn't half bad here either, though, but I think you still have to have the Torkoal for the Celesteela matchup, so we'll do that. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get a Torkoal sweep. Alright, so let's see. It'd be nice if our opponent decides to lead Landorus, tell you the honest truth. Because I would like to go ahead and get my attack boost and then go ahead and get a free burn on it as well. That would be fantastic, but I doubt our opponent's going to lead Landorus. Just tell you the honest truth. Celesteela and Spectrier. That's the lead I was expecting. That's not bad, though. That's not bad for us at all. Because what this will allow me to do is to set up Trick Room. Like, we can set Trick Room up, no problem. Malamar being Focus Sash, which I like. And then we can go for Will-O-Wisp into the Celesteela, so that just gives it a constant tick. If it's a leftovers, then it pretty much negates its item. If it's not leftovers, let's say it's Life Orb, it's giving it a tick every time. So therefore, he's going to have to decide really what he wants to do with Celesteela. Probably before he's ready to even decide what he wants to do. You know, I mean, we're putting him in some big pressure by doing that. We're also got the ability to Snarl, and that's what Spirit Tomb's going to be doing next turn. But I think go ahead and getting a nice little burn on Celesteela overall is just a good thing. He actually decides to Dynamax it. So I'm very happy that we're gonna go ahead and burn it. Yes, it's probably not gonna be cutting its attack in half or anything because it's probably a special Celesteela. Oh, okay, so you want to taunt me? Okay, I mean that's a fair play too. And max Steel Spike into Malamar. Okay, that's fair. I mean that's fine. That is fine. We'll go ahead and set up our trick room, and then we're gonna be good to go. Look at that. He's trying to stop our trick room. That's why he went into the Spirit Tomb. But it didn't help, did it, my man? It didn't help you at all. Look at that. We can still go for that snarl play. And now we're just gonna be able to break a sash and then go for a big lash out. So that's, to me, is gonna be really nice. Go ahead and get the KO onto the Spectrier. It actually crit it too. That's nice. Just to ensure the KO, right? That's what we're doing. Ooh, Celesteela. Going into the Spirit Tomb though. Okay. Why are you wanting to get rid of my Spirit Tomb? I figured Malamar would be the bigger issue here. I would figured, but you know, I mean, I'm not going to complain. That should get rid of... It actually doesn't get rid of Spectrier. No. And then here comes a Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that's fine though. Because I think what we need to do is actually... Do we even care about his attack? Yeah, or his defense. We do actually. Topsy-Turvy. That's Celesteela. Because he is at a plus... Ooh, if we Topsy-Turvy though, we give him a big special attack boost. That one's problematic actually, because if we do that, then we're in trouble that way. I think I'd much rather do what we were doing. Doing this. Go ahead and get rid of the Spectrier or whoever wants to come in. Which is Landorus. Okay. I mean, give me that attack boost. Don't think the lash out damage will be doubled or nothing, but hey, it's still going to be doing quite a big damage just because now we're just stronger. That's another crit on that Landorus? Really? Wow. Hey, Herald, I like your Spirit Tomb. I need this Spirit Tomb. This is the kind of Spirit Tomb I need. Free crits, right? I like that one. Malamar gets to live to see another turn as well, so that's pretty nice. And Malamar should be able now to underspeed this Celesteela since he just went for max airstream. Okay, I'll take it, because this should be a pretty simple KO onto this Landorus, I would imagine. We are burned. Okay. That's why everything kind of worked out, where the Spectrier was able... No, we weren't burned before though. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. But we can go ahead and yeah, let's just go ahead and get some chip on that. And I'm okay with burning that Landorus. Just go ahead and get a burn on him, because then he's not going to be able to do as much damage as he needs to do. This could be a sword stancing Landorus or something too, so then we're just in a better spot if we can go ahead and get some nice little chip, go ahead and get a nice little burn on him. Torko is going to be hanging out in the back. How many more turns of okay, nice little protect there. What are you going to be doing with Celesteela? You didn't go for protect, so there's our superpower coming out. Get a nice little chip. How many more turns of Trick Room do we have? Because that might be important. We'll find out. We got one more turn of Trick Room. What we can do... No, I can't do that. I keep thinking about going for Topsy-Turvy onto that Celesteela, but I just don't think that's the right play. I think right now we just double into this Landorus and try and get him off the board. Or whoever comes in. Okay. Spectrier, I will gladly take this thing off the board. Not being able to do anything for free that way. I will gladly take that thing off the board. Don't have to worry about that thing anymore. And then we get a nice little Lash Out. It's not bad damage. That's not bad. Flash Cannon going into Spirit Tomb. You still want that Spirit Tomb. And you finally got a crit to get him. Okay. What Beast Boost are you getting? Special Attack or... Special Attack. Okay. Malamar. Okay. Sweet. We're hanging on. We're forcing him to have to go into our Malamar to get the KO. If he doesn't go into Malamar, then we're getting our Trick Room off. And that to me is very valuable right here. We're going to go into Torkoal. Torkoal is honestly, we're going to be Dynamaxing it. And that's something that you hardly ever see, right? Is a Dynamaxing Torkoal. But hey, this is a weakness policy Torkoal. This Torkoal is meant to actually be your Dynamax Pokemon. So we're going to go ahead and Dynamax this thing. Yeah, Trick Room for days. Let's Dynamax. Go for 150 base power in the sun. Max Flare into that Celesteela. That could, I mean, it's possibly going to just KO it, right? I mean, we're super powerful and everything. So I think we got this. Dynamaxing Torkoal. I like this Torkoal set because it's very unique. Something that your opponents aren't going to be expecting is a weakness policy Torkoal. So a lot of times people will hit Torkoal with the super effective attack like Earthquake. But, I mean, hey, my man, you just activated my weakness policy. And what did you gain from it, really? Because, I mean, you didn't do... That did some damage. I actually did quite a bit of damage, but a lot of times you're still not going to be getting this KO. And yet, here's our... I mean, you get the KO Malamar. You stop our Trick Room. I get that. But here's a Max Flare into your Celesteela. You lost Celesteela when you were trying to take out our Torkoal. I mean, to me, I call that value. Right here's our Rhydon. Rhydon is rocking out with Ice Punch. And with Ice Punch, we're going to be able to probably finish off this Landorus, no problem. It looks like Rhydon really gets this end game for us. What do we do here? I definitely see that Rotom Dynamaxing, and that could not be an issue. Go ahead and get some... I think right now we just need to try and get that Landorus off the field, right? And then go for a Max Flare into the Rotom? Why not? Because it's still going to do a lot of damage. I mean, this could still be a pickle. I think we're both kind of like in that spot where either one of us could definitely win this. Earthquake going out. It's going to hit both my Mon super effective. It shouldn't take out Torkoal. It does, though. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, so what is this Rotom want to do? Nasty Plot? Is it wanting to go for... Yeah, there's the Nasty Plot. This is not... It's not looking fantastic, but hey, at least we get rid of the Landorus. Okay. So it's Rotom versus Rhydon, but we're about half HP. We're forced to go for a Rock Slide. We're just gonna have to see what happens. There's the Overheat. Do we tank this? Sadly, unfortunately, we are not able to tank it. Man. I really want to win. I really want to show this team off and get some W's. But man, first game was against a very weird Milktank team. this game was actually against a pretty standard team. I mean, and we just weren't able to pick up the win, though. Kind of a little bit of a disappointing game, not being able to pick up that win. But hey, you gotta keep your head up high. You know, just gotta press forward, keep trying. You know. So that's what we keep on doing. I do think this team does have. I think Herald did tell me that this team is not considered finished by no means, and he wanted me to give some suggestions. And the best suggestion sometimes is learning from the losses that this team has. And, I mean, you see how we lose. I mean, sometimes you lose because of a critical hit or something as well. So it's sometimes not even your fault or the team's fault why you lose some games. Sometimes it's just team preview. You select the wrong Pokemon, obviously you're going to be at a disadvantage. And I think that this is what this team's problem is. Like, we don't fully know the best Pokemon to bring to each match. It's a little bit unclear. If we can find a way to get that straightened out to where we know which Pokemons that we need to bring to each match, I think we'd be in a better spot with this team. Malamar, Rhydon. See, I'm just mostly guessing, though, because I really don't know what is the best. Because with having the Blastoise there, wouldn't you think Venusaur Torkoal would be great, right? And then have maybe Rhydon? Rhydon's looking really nice in the back. And we'll go Malamar. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. If I had to give my suggestion to you about this team is we need to figure out which Pokemons do we need to lead. Which Pokemons need to... We need to set a row on each Pokemon, really, if we're wanting to keep this team. And set rows to where this team, we can lead correctly against most of our opponents and stuff. And that's sometimes when you're team building, you throw some stuff together and think, man, this is a really cool looking team. This team should work. And on paper and even in some battles, it works fantastic. But then you had those games where you're just like, I don't know what to bring. And I think that's what this team is kind of struggling with. We don't really know what to bring. Granted, the meta at the moment is a meta that really don't care. There's no tournaments going on or anything at the moment. So this meta really doesn't care about, hey, let's bring a Crobat to these games because Crobat's really fun to use. Crobat is really good too, by the way. I'm just picking on Crobat. But let's bring Crobat because what we got to lose if we bring Crobat, you know? Nothing. There's no tournaments going on or anything at the moment, so just play with some of your more favorite Pokemons, and, you know, I mean, in a way, that's the right thing to do. You know, that's what you want to do. Play with your favorites. And I have no problem with people wanting to play with their favorites and their stuff, because if you can get your favorite, and let's say you go to a local tournament with, let's say your favorite's Malamar. We're practicing a lot with Malamar here lately, but hey, Malamar may be one of your favorites. You go to a local tournament once they open back up, and you win because of your knowledge with Malamar. You know, I mean, so, and then maybe you can talk to a lot of the local people and stuff and say, yeah, Malamar is really good. Here, let me show you why it's really good. And then they start playing Malamar. Next thing you know, Malamar might become world champion. Never know. That would be really cool, though. And it starts off with you influencing somebody to try it out. And then maybe later down on the line, some bigger guy sees it on YouTube or something. You know, that's what we do, right? We're trying to pass our knowledge off to some of these bigger, well-known people, right? That's what we do. But I think, like I said, with this team, I think our biggest problem is just the lack of knowing what to lead. But I think our lead in this game actually worked out pretty well so far anyway. Am I right or am I right? We was able to knock out their lead in like 2 turns. They're going to be Dynamaxing the center race right now. Torko's putting a lot of pressure onto that Amoonguss. So I think we're in a really good spot because he can't even Rage Powder our Venusaur. So we can easily go for Earth Power right now and hit the Cinderace. We should be faster than Cinderace because we are in the sun. I should have potentially tried to go for a Sleep Powder into it, but I think getting some nice little damage off is better. Yeah, that's not bad damage. And all he does is go for Max Knuckle. Into who, though? Torko, maybe? Yeah, you do. That's fine, though. Dude, if I went for Burning Jealousy, that would have been fantastic right there. That would have been a great turn. But, okay. That didn't do that much to Amoonguss, sadly. If we live, we'll go for another Burning Jealousy. Let's put him asleep. He didn't go for Max Airstream, so we should still be faster. Just putting him asleep would be nice. And we should... Everything should be wrapping up, though, in this video. Sadly, we weren't able to get more than potentially 1 win. This game ain't over yet, though, so we can't even say we got 1 win. I do feel very good about this game. I feel like we got this game in the bag, but I can't say that we won this one yet because our opponent can definitely come back. Ooh, and you're fast room machine. Or fast Amoonguss. Okay. Putting our Torko asleep like that. I see you. I see you. That's fine. We'll just put your Cinderace asleep and then we'll be neutral. Right? You still ain't really touched my Venusaur at all. There we go. Putting you asleep. Maybe our Torko wakes up here too, since, you know, Torko already spent 1 turn asleep. There you finally hit our Venusaur. Stats were removed, but there was no stats gained. So, okay. We lose the sun. Okay, but Cinderace is still asleep. And I do believe, what type is he? Normal? He is normal. Okay. Let me go Sludge Bomb. Right there. If he wakes up, he wakes up. But, yeah, he doesn't. There's our Sludge Bomb. Just should take him out, if not come really close. Ah, pretty close, though. Clear Smog again into Torko this time. Okay. Alright, Torko wakes up. Burning Jealousy. It should get rid of the Cinderace for sure. It does. So now it's just Amoonguss versus the rest of our team, practically. Torko is pretty weakened. But at this point, I feel really good with our matchup. For the loss. Why not? He's probably about to run anyway. Good game to our opponent. Yeah, there's the run. Herald, I do like this team. Sadly, we were only able to get 1 win with it. But I think, honestly, this team has a lot of potential. It's just that we need to set some roles with this team, seeing what matchups this team is really good with and what matchups this team really needs help with. Because personally, I do like the build because this reminds me a lot of it's close to the build that I did with my Malamar team. So I do think it's a really good build overall. I gotta find it. And I do think there's a lot of uniqueness with this team. Like the Rhydon's really nice. I was not expecting how nice it was, especially in some of my practice battles. Rhydon was really, really good. Melodic too, and a lot of my practice battles. I don't think we got to showcase it off, but Melodic was really nice as well in some of my practice battles. But we don't really have like a speed mode. You know, you got Venusaur to be your outside of Trick Room Pokemon. But outside of Venusaur, we don't really have a speedy Pokemon. Milotic's kind of middle speed, same as Malamar. Malamar's about middle speed Pokemon. So we're kind of struggling with that if we can't get Trick Room off. We only have Malamar to set a Trick Room. So that's, and when I'm saying this about your team, I'm saying this about my team as well. The team I showcase, because my team has the same problems. I wouldn't be saying this if my team didn't have the same problems. I think just we need to figure out some leads. Maybe think about getting Indeedee involved on this team a little bit. Excuse me. But maybe getting Indeedee or something involved on this team could actually really help this team out. I think having some redirection to guarantee a Trick Room could be really nice. But other than that, I do really like this team. I think this team is worth a shot, guys. If you guys want to try it out, try it out. But anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy today's video, let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe if you are new. This is Wi-Fi Merman signing out. Peace.